Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. That is like one of the worst things I can never get right is what day it is of the week. Anyways, we're gonna make some coffee because we need coffee before work. I just woke up. Today was one of these mornings where I woke up and I was like, you know what? I don't want to work out. I don't want to go for a walk. I just want to make like coffee, have a drink of water, and get to work. Oh, actually, I wanted to show you. I have it already. I already have it in my water bottle. But what I will do, a really easy hack if you're not feeling like making green juice or you don't have green juice on hand, but you want some like nutrients before you have your coffee. What I will do is this liquid greens chlorophyll, just kind of like any chlorophyll. It's really affordable. Like mine, this is $14 for this huge jar. It's actually really big. And it requires just like a very tiny splash of chlorophyll. And what it will do, it's a great way first thing in the morning to get more nutrients in. I obviously like to stick to my celery juice as you saw in my last video. But when I don't have celery juice, I do something like this where I can just like put a little bit of greens in and then you can see my water. And actually you can't really see my water. You can see it's green and it kind of has like a minty flavor to it. So I'll try and drink like between half a liter to a liter before I at least have coffee, just for the acidity of everything. My stomach doesn't really love coffee, but my brain needs it. It is so hot outside, and I chose to wear a sweater. Like, who does that? Why would I do that? Anyways, I dropped off Harry. He had his grooming appointment that he's currently at. So I am now, I need to wash. This is just a situation. So now I'm just about to go home and continue doing some work and just some odds and ends and whatnot. But I realized that this week on Saturday is Paul and I's 4-year anniversary, which is kind of crazy. I met, like, Paul's still my boyfriend. We're not married yet. And I didn't, it really came up fast. And now I'm like, what are we going to do for our 4-year? Obviously with COVID, it's limited to what we can do. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do for our 4-year. I kind of want to surprise him with something, but we will see what happens. So I just picked up Harry from his, beauty appointment. I will show you him in a second. He got a nice purple bow on him. Very cute. Harry. Wow. Are you ready for a Q&A?
Anniversary Q&A. 4 years.
Crazy, right?
Feels like 40.
I know. I think for both of us, neither of us have been in a relationship for 4 years.
No, I haven't. I haven't been in one for 3 years. Look at me. Who would want to be with me?
Apparently you got me.
I have a face only a mother could love.
No, never. First of all, we're going to do some questionnaires. Are you
Just
ready?
so everyone knows, I haven't read the questions ahead of time, so if my answers aren't perfectly articulated, please
it's actually very true.
Cut me some slack.
This is off the cuff? Is that what it is?
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. I'm learning.
On the cuff means you gave something to somebody and they haven't paid you. For those of you who didn't know.
I didn't actually know that, but now I do.
Off the cuff, on the cuff. All right, let's roll.
Oh, before we start this questionnaire, maybe we should tell people where we're going. We're going for dinner.
We're going for dinner.
For our 4-year anniversary.
Yeah, somewhere. We're going on an adventure.
Yeah, we're exploring.
For our credit, we're going out to just west of Toronto.
Yeah, like an hour?
No, not even.
No?
30 minutes.
Okay. So, next up, we're starting officially. Okay, first question is...
Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, I own, one of my businesses is a high-end retail men's store. Mm-hmm. And behind that retail store, there is a restaurant that one of my other business partners was a 50% partner and founder of. Yeah. And I ended up going there on we still don't really remember if it was a Tuesday or Wednesday night. I ended up going there just after work when I closed my business for dinner with private area at the back, which is kind of
You and your friends did.
Yeah, a private cabana. And the one guy was joking around with the waitress and said, aren't there any girls here? It seems very dead. And the waitress replied and said, well, I think I just saw a girl come in with a few of her friends. She proceeded to ask the group of girls if they wanted to come and join us in this back area, which was like a private cabana. And and then Tiffany and I throughout the evening got to talking to each other, and the rest is history.
Okay, I'm going to interject there, and that's your like modest version of the story, but the reality is during that time, sorry if it's a little bumpy right now, we're on the road, but during that time, so when we went back there, I saw Paul, and I was like, wow, this guy is so funny, he's just seems like very intriguing, and well, what can I do to talk to this guy? So what I did, which honestly I tell him I've never done before, is I went to the washroom, came back, and reseated myself to be sitting next to him so I could be talking to him further.
Yeah, this is true.
So
I'm a real catch for all those people out there who didn't know. Just in case you guys were wondering.
In case you were wondering, now you know.
I am a catch 0.5.
0.5.
A catch and a half.
I would say a catch and a full.
Oh, two catch, a double. A double catch.
What is your age difference?
17 years.
Yeah.
I'm 45, Tiffany's 28.
Yeah. When we first started dating, it was, I mean,
we thought we were, when we met, I thought Tiffany was like late 20s.
So I had my hair and makeup and all that.
Yeah, she looked like kind of like had more of a sophisticated look, and I think I dress a little bit more youthful than most guys, edgy, youthful, than most guys in their 40s. So I think Tiffany thought I was like late 30s. Yeah. And turned out what we thought might be a 10 or 12 year gap was a 17 year gap. So.
But it's never been a thing. It's just always been very...
No. We just get along and we like the same things. And for all you people out there who are worried about age gaps, I think you should, really not put barriers, because if you meet somebody and it works, then it works.
And it works, exactly. And it's one of those things where I think at first was it you or me?
Well, I was worried that you would think I was too old.
Yeah.
And I haven't typically dated girls that much younger, right?
Yeah.
I've had girlfriends who are a bit older, same age.
You're not like looking for a younger girl.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we met and we clicked. We didn't know each other's age. We weren't on a site or an app or anything like that.
No, it was in person.
It was just organically, and it worked.
The rest is history.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Okay, next question. Oh, here's a good one.
Okay.
Are you ready for a tough one?
Sure.
Or it should be easy.
I like tough ones.
What qualities do you, Tiffany, and Paul appreciate in each other the most?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, for those of you who follow Tiffany on all or any of her social media platforms, you'll realize she's just like such a sweet and kind and like really genuine person, and she really, puts it out there with her jokes and her seriousness and her passion about technology and women in technology and green beauty or whatever she's into. She's really passionate. Her family, her friends, her dog, me, and that's something as a guy who's older and done a lot more in my life thus far, and obviously had more relationships, I felt like, wow, she's just such a real person, really comfortable in her own skin and really real. So I think those are the main things that attracted me to Tiffany, was just her maturity, her realness, and her just genuine nature.
Thank you.
That's true.
For Paul, I would say definitely number one would be your realness. I think Paul has really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was a huge people pleaser, especially at the beginning when we started dating. Like I felt like I had to always abide by the rules and do what everyone else wanted and not really
make everyone else happy and not worry about Tiffany.
Yeah, not have any thought for myself. And Paul has really shifted that 180 where I feel like, no, like what I say matters. I have a voice, and
I don't want to do that.
No, and it doesn't matter less or more than anyone else's. Like I should be able to
Yeah.
speak up for myself.
I agree with that.
So I think your realness is definitely number one. I think number two would be your kindness. You are, like, Paul is the kindest person. If you ever see Paul on the street, and even if you don't know him, but you say, like, hey, I followed Tiffin, like your girlfriend, or I seen you on social media, or anything like that, he will literally, like, welcome you with open arms. You are the kindest soul. He's like, okay, careful. Okay, next question is, what do you do? I feel like we could talk about this for hours. Like, what industries are you in? Let's
Well, yeah, I mean,
we've talked about that in a few other videos, which I'll link down below.
It's okay. I'm basically a serial entrepreneur. I used to be a corporate sales guy and sales trainer in the pharmaceutical industry when I was younger, from the age of 22 to 31.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 31 to then in my late 20s, I opened up my first restaurant with my business partner. And we had that for 14 years, and we sold that in 2018. And then 6 years ago, we had bought another restaurant, which we still have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also involved in the high-end retail fashion business. And I'm also involved in sports gambling, online sports gambling.
Yep.
So a little bit of everything, you know. I have a few real estate interests and things like that. And just kind of always looking for opportunities that make sense.
Yeah, hustler.
I'm a hustler.
You are a hustler. Okay, next question is marriage and kids.
Well, I think we were talking about getting married in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Just because of now with COVID and stuff, and
kind of push things back a little bit.
Yeah, we want to wait till we can do it the way we want to do it.
For both, like we're on our timeline.
Yeah, I said me. I didn't say for me.
No, I mean for both marriage and kids.
Oh,
yeah.
For me, I was like,
are you on a different timeline?
Yeah, I was like, are you on a different timeline? I wasn't aware of.
No, I mean, like, we're just doing. I feel like
we're not in a rush.
No.
Those things I think are, societal pressures that people put. I mean, obviously me, I'm 45. I haven't rushed this thus far. It's nothing to do with my relationship with Tiffany or our closeness, but it's one of those things where why not just do it when we feel ready and not worry about what everyone else thinks and what everyone else is doing.
Exactly.
Not everyone else has a 17-year age gap, so why should we do everything the way everyone else is doing it?
We've never done anything the way anyone else has done it. We're not going to start now. And that's honestly, I think if I had one piece of advice to give anyone, and I think you too, especially in relationships, is do things on your own timeline. Do things what makes you and your partner happy.
Yeah, you probably worry about whether you have a great relationship first. So many people think that getting married is going to be just the next logical step, but they don't really worry about whether they have a really good relationship to begin with. So, and I think those people end up very sorry in the long run. So,
2 more questions, because I feel like we like to chat a lot. What are your favorite things about each other? We kind of answered that already. First date story, we answered that already.
No, first date story we didn't. Where we met, we didn't do first date.
Oh no, that is a different story. Okay, first date story.
So, first date story.
It's a good story.
Tiffany was working at part-time.
Going to school.
Going to school. She was working at a place, a department store near my retail boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And so I picked her up after work.
Yeah.
And we went to a cool, trendy area in Toronto. And we went to this little bar that neither one of us had been to have a drink prior to dinner. As we were a little bit early, and then we proceeded to see that they had oysters, which I didn't realize Tiffany had never had. So then I ordered us some oysters, and we had a cocktail or two, and she really loved the oysters. So we've actually gone back to that place several times over the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Not recently, obviously, due to COVID-19, but hopefully it's still there when we all surface out of this. And then we went to a really nice restaurant, which we kind of made our restaurant. It was open for a total of 9 or 10 years, but it just closed last year. So we have a new spot that's our restaurant. But it was great, and just a very fun night, and we got to know each other very well. And that's it. I dropped Tiffany off, and I didn't even give story is complete bullshit.
I just started it.
She's just making it up. Yeah. I just want to. You know what? I want to give you your first kiss.
You know what? Let's do this.
Yeah. Basically, we were at our second date, which Tiffany picked the restaurant.
Yeah, good restaurant.
Which was fun. And at some point, we were just talking, and we were on this upper level, and there was only a couple tables left in this upper mezzanine. But it was one of these restaurants where they set up all the settings and the glassware and everything, wine glasses. You know, even if the table's not being used, they have it all set up. Yeah, or they set it up to have it ready for the next day.
Yeah.
So I proceeded to slide my chair over to Tiffany's side of the table. We were sitting at a two table, and what I didn't realize was my back of my chair caught the table beside us, and it proceeded to pull down all the plates and glasses and
of like a four-seater table.
Four-seater table.
So like 4 wine glasses.
Crashing down.
Yeah.
And as I'm sliding over, Tiffany's face is like really like blowing up like this and looking. She's like, Paul. And I was like, man, wow, maybe she doesn't want to kiss, but I'm still going to try. But meanwhile, I didn't realize that she sees the table tipping in the background behind me as my back of my chair is catching it. So needless to say, we trashed.
There was a major crash.
Yeah, we trashed half the restaurant, and then we left.
We're like, thank you very much.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a good story, though. It's a good first kiss story.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a memorable one, that's for sure.
Here I am thinking I'm so smooth, just like, I'm going to just slide over with my chair and give her a kiss. And meanwhile, I catch the table beside me and probably...
Glasses go crashing everywhere.
Probably trashed $100 in silverware or glassware and plates.
The restaurant was really nice about it, though.
Yeah, they were.
Like, overall.
Yeah, no.
Considering. Okay, I feel like we have a lot more questions, but we've been answering them for like way too long now, I feel like. So we might have to do part 2 of this. Because I don't want it to go on for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
You're like, I could do more.
Yeah, well, we're getting close to the restaurant.
Yeah, so anyways, we'll do a part 2 at some point. But thank you all for watching. Let us know down in the comments what other questions you have. A while ago, I did a video, a Q&A with Paul, more entrepreneur related about business and things like that. So I'll link that down below and also up here too, I think.
Yeah, if you guys have any business questions.
Those videos are always fun.
Obviously, I have lots of business failures and business successes I can tell you about and I can comment on. But one thing about me is I'll tell you straight shot what the facts are and what my experiences have been. So if anyone wants to know anything about starting up a business or partnerships or funding or creating a business plan, let us know.
Awesome. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, everyone.